So I apologize if there's too much wind noise here. We gotta make do with what we have. But what you're looking at is the solution to our drive shaft dilemma. I really didn't want to go the route of buying a new drive shaft, but before I get too far into it, let me kind of explain. I'll grab a stool. So, in the middle here, we have our stock E46 M drive shaft for the 6-speed. By going to the 5-speed, we need to get a longer drive shaft. I was hoping that, and we need to get 4 inches longer on the front half here that extends to 20, I believe it's 26 inches, but I can overlay the diagram of where it's at. I was hoping we could take the 5-speed 330 drive shaft that we have here to be able to make this difference. But first things, and this is where I messed up and I didn't measure first. If you look, so from the center mount, these are all lined up at the front of the flange. Wait till it goes. We are a little bit over like 26.25 inches on the 5-speed 330 drive shaft. We look at the stock M3, we are 22.5 or 22 dead on to the center of the CSB. So this is a hair longer than what we need. And then, and this might be cut out of camera for you guys, but overall from flange to CV, 54 stock, so we should be roughly 58. We need 4 inches added on. This is 60 inches. So this won't work for it. And this is, I messed up by putting a brand new CV joint on, brand new CSB, service the drive shaft, and then I went to fit it up to realize it's too long. Which, and if you're talking about these, the CV joints are $400-ish, give or take, depending on when you buy it and at the time of this video. So that's an expensive mistake. Which leaves you, take this out of the way, with 2 options. You can take your stock app drive shaft, find a shop that can extend these and extend this front off 4 inches. The issue I had with that around here is I believe it's because it's a 2-piece and where it uses the Guibo, shops won't balance it around here. So there's no one that will, they're not confident they can balance it, so they won't do the extension. If you can find someone to extend it, I was getting quoted roughly about $200 or so. Make sure it's recorded. Yeah. So, unfortunately, that left me with the next best option, which was purchasing a drive shaft, which is anywhere from, I was finding $700 to $1,000. Bright side is it comes with a brand new CV joint, center support. This one I actually sourced from a shop out in PA called HDT Automotive. Reached out to them. I don't know how I found them. Stumbled across them when I was doing a bunch of Google searches. Bimmer World is one of the top contenders for it. But came across them and they were able to hook me up with this drive shaft, which has beefier serviceable U-joints. And we have the brand new CV and everything. So if we look end to end here now, we are dead on our 26 for where that center support is, which is great. That's where we need to be. Overall length, and I believe I have the CV fully compacted at the moment. Overall length is just shy of 58. CV can stretch out a little bit more, and we'll get there. So that covers the need that we have for length. I guess, you know, I'm glad I was able to find HDT. They were able to work with me on this, and they have a link their store page and everything, try to give them some traffic, because they were able to answer the questions and help me out with what was a test fit mod to be able to get onto the car. The only downside of this is, and I'll overlay the weights, this drive shaft is significantly heavier than the stock OEM, which we're talking in rotational mass. I'm sure there's gonna be some penalty there, which I think it's important when you're talking. The only benefit of doing this is to reduce overall weight. I'm now adding, I want to say it's roughly like 8 pounds back on just from the drive shaft. Thank you for HDT for working with me on this one, giving me the opportunity to pick this thing up for a little bit of a floor model discount. But pricing wise, they actually work out significantly well compared to Bimmer World even before any discounts. Although I do love Bimmer World as a company, something to keep in mind. There is and one of the issues I ran into as well was Bimmer World didn't have it in stock at the moment, so I was kind of like hands tied on what I could do. But let's get this on the car, bolted up, and we will hopefully be able to watch the real wheels turn under power. Drive shaft bolted up perfectly. There was no issues, everything fit up well. I was already able to I have a new clutch puck in there, or clutch stop. So I had to adjust that to make sure the clutch plug point's good. Wheels are turning, everything's moving under power. So that is really it. All that I've covered everything that you need to do the 6-speed to 5-speed swap going from SMG to the manual. I'll edit everything up and put it all together, but we're gonna close this off here. We have a couple of more modifications coming in the off season, but we get to start working on that now. Cool guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll make sure to itemize everything out in the description, try to make it as easy as possible for anyone else wanting to replicate this. Again, shout out to HDT. I don't know how I was able to find them, but I'm glad I did, because got a nice drive shaft, it's serviceable, it's in great shape. Excited to get ripping.